welcome to the podcast, Andrew Hayes.
Look, and I can't stress this enough, that when the working day is done, girls just want to have a good time.
No, girls is players too.
Oh, of course.
Come on,
Sorry,
mate.
I knew I'd get those lyrics wrong.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, big show coming up. Judge Jodie back in town sorted out a dispute between a mother-in-law and her daughter-in-law. No big deal, just changing lives, making things better.
Yeah, after your little midweek session on the you-know-what at the Snoop Dogg concert.
Oh, my God. Yeah, there was a weird aroma in the air. I couldn't quite pinpoint it.
Really second-hand blazed it up, didn't you? What's that smell?
Oh, dear.
Oh, my gosh.
Goodness me.
I am at a Snoop Dogg concert.
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense.
Your daughter's just taken to calling you something other than daddy.
Yeah, so I'm looking for daddy. Dad's fine as well. She came up with this.
Hayesy!
She's really aggressive with it as well.
She's real high-pitched and aggressive. Like, Hayesy!
Yeah, Lottie, just daddy's fine.
We played a little round of Ask Us Anything, which is your opportunity to ask us whatever questions you like. And we came up with some porn star names.
Yeah, it was really good fun. And also Jodies Diary. It gets better and better every week, I reckon.
Oh.
This week was an emotional roller coaster in a good way.
Yeah. You know how I can take a negative spin on anything? Mm-hmm. When you said it's getting better every week, I think, oh, so he thought it was shit like
It
the
was
first
awful.
week.
First week was awful.
You're so...
I knew you could sum.
I can always do it.
What are you trying to say there?
Oh, God. Say 99 lovely things to me and that one negative comment stick in my brain.
Do you know what it is? It's the beautiful wall of the most beautiful white paint that you've ever seen. It could go for miles and miles, but there's a little black spot in the corner.
Oh, I'll hone in.
And what are you seeing?
Oh, just dirt everywhere.
Jodie and Hayesy, welcome to the podcast. Thank you for having us.
You know, I like to jot things down during the week just to diarise them. It's very cathartic. It's very healing for me
Very
because
therapeutic for you, isn't it?
a lot of things go on in this room that I need to speak about.
Why are you stabbing me with your eyes?
Do you want to have a listen?
All right, then.
Go on then.
Go on, then.
Jodies Diary.
Dear Diary, it's been a roller coaster this week and it turns out I've been riding it without a bra on. My little niece, who's only about 6, dropped a truth bomb at the Fringe the other day in front of several hundred Fringe goers and just loudly pronounced, "Auntie Jodie, you're not wearing a bra." And I wasn't.
Everyone thought, well, that's interesting information to know.
Isn't it? But at least I don't go round blowing kisses to randoms at the gym.
And I was in an absolute different world. I've accidentally, when saying goodbye to him, kissed my hand and then waved to him. And I didn't realise I'd done it until after he'd left, but I picked up something wasn't quite right when he gave me this really strange look, and I thought to myself, why did I do that? And I know why I did it, because that's what I do to my kids when I leave. When I'm walking out the door, I kiss my hand and wave like that goodbye.
And not only did my good friend Andrew try to proposition a bloke, he also tried to say he's got no interest in naked women.
So Asher is an adult entertainer, so she's a stripper at the Palace in Adelaide. And look, I've got to be honest with you, Joes, I haven't met too many strippers before, so this is a new, different
Some
space.
sort of buzzer sound effects, like incorrect.
Got this.
Diary, this week Abby in the newsroom and I got emotionally naked as we penned letters to our 13-year-old selves for International Women's Day. And my goodness, I couldn't be prouder of her bravery.
To dear 13-year-old Abby, strap yourself in, little miss. It's going to be a hell of a bumpy ride. In a few years' time, you'll meet a boy who'll be the first person in the world you love more than just a friend. I'm crying already. He'll make you cry with laughter. He'll be fun and silly and make you think about the world in a different way. But he'll decide that this world isn't where he wants to stay. And you'll spend the next 20 years asking yourself, what could you have done to make him stay? You'll be really angry and the pain will make it hard to open yourself up to love in the future. But please promise me, don't ever close yourself off. You like to be hard on yourself, extremely hard, and we have so much hard work to change this, and I want you to start now. You will learn what you think is what you attract, and when you figure this out, my darling, oh my goodness, you're a scary force to be reckoned with. And decide much sooner in life to love yourself. It'll make things so much easier. Love your 33-year-old self.
Okay, dear 13-year-old Jodie, stop telling yourself you aren't enough. I mean, really stop it, because you actually are. You have good intentions and a lot of empathy and a nice heart, and that's a good thing, so don't apologise for it. you're going to feel like a total imposter in your career. And just know you aren't alone in feeling like a woman who's a total fraud in the workplace. You're going to spend your days telling yourself you aren't thin enough, you're not pretty enough. Jodes, you're going to have 4 of the most beautiful girls you can ever imagine. Hug them and love them hard, because you will never do anything more worthwhile in your life than raise those beautiful little blonde babies. So finally, young Jodies, you just need to know that you're going to be okay, and being a woman is a gift, and you'll be surrounded by other incredible women. So embrace them, make it your mission to bring light into every room you walk in, and definitely. All right, let's lighten the mood with a bit of Snoop Doggy Dogg. Everyone's going to Snoop Dogg, aren't they?
Snoop's going to Snoop Dogg.
Snoop's what?
He's going to put a big stick up there.
What do you mean?
A big stick up where, Hayesy? My older sister's going to Snoop Dogg, by the way, so
Thank
people
you.
are going.
Thank you very much.
What about, so who organised this? Imagine competing with Ed Sheeran.
And Diary, by the end of the week, I was feeling a little bit deflated about the fact that my husband is trying to kill me. So this all started a little while ago when I got a notification saying that he'd updated my life insurance.
Okay.
And I would have thought all my money would go equally to my children. Not so. He updated it, so it was like 50% him, and then whatever was left over was divided amongst the children. I really did trust him until when I was driving my car, the brakes didn't work. He's like, oh, what's going on? Take it to a mechanic. And the mechanic said, there is an actual slice in the brake hose. And the mechanic looks at me, and I'm not joking, he goes, is there someone who doesn't like you?
That was good.
That was great.
Greg's trying to get you.
My husband's trying to kill me. Okay, so my family's a little bit dysfunctional, but at least I can adult.
Tell you what, if I had $1 every time my wife said, I have 3 children, I go, no, you've got 2 children. Oh, you're talking about me as well. Okay, great.
So to Snoop Doggy Dogg, my girl Abs in the newsroom, and all the braless women, go off, queens. Have a wonderful weekend. All my love, Jodie.
Oh, very nice. Good stuff. Another excellent edition of Jodies Diary.
Had a bit of everything, didn't it?
Oh,
That was a
it really
roller
did.
coaster. And I love how I seamlessly segued from Abby's very heartfelt letter into Snoop Doggy Dogg.
Yeah, I know. It was like, okay, where to from here? Well, let's talk Snoop Dogg. Seems like your stock standard seamless transition, doesn't it?
Exactly right.
The biggest breaking story this town has ever seen. This is huge. This is so juicy. Jodies Juice.
The news we all wanted to hear this morning, Jimmy Barnes is back in the swing after his recent surgery, launching his rumoured rockabilly global supergroup. You heard that right.
Not your standard sound you expect from Jimmy, is it?
Johnny's gone. Do you know what they're called?
Jimmy Barnes and the Mall Rats. What did my brain go in that direction? That's not it, though, is it?
It's not it.
No, what is it?
The Barnstormers.
The Barnstormers,
Yep.
right. So what about Jimmy's vocals? His vocal cords going, well, this is a refreshing change.
Yes.
We're not getting beaten to a pulp.
Exactly right. So he's just had hip replacement surgery, and it forced him off the road in December, but he's back with the Barnstormers, and we love it. Good on you, Jimmy.
Good stuff.
Good South Australian boy. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have declared it is Archie and Lilibet's birthright to use their prince and princess titles. We were talking about this yesterday. So in a new statement defending the decision to use the children's royal titles, the Sussexes said the matter had been settled for some time with King Charles, who obviously must approve.
Oh, good stuff.
I feel like if you're not an active royal, if you're not giving back to the community like Diana did, like, you know, the Queen did for 700 years, then can you call yourself a prince and a princess?
Doesn't feel right, does it?
No, it's like-
for example, I mean, Dr. Dre.
Yeah.
What sort of doctor even is he? Is he a certified doctor? Is he taking appointments?
I don't think so.
Does he have the certificate?
No, I genuinely don't think he's treating your ear infection, Dr. Dre.
No, he's not. Dr. Dre, I've got a severe case of gout. Can you come see it?
No, I
No,
can't.
the solution isn't some new, Beats by Dre headphones. That hasn't fixed my gout at all.
Oh, no. Cole Sprouse has done an interview. Now, Cole Sprouse was on Riverdale and dated his co-host Lily. They were Jughead Jones and Betty on the show, you might recall. Now, the interview starts with Cole asking if he can smoke inside. And then the interviewer agrees, so he spends the rest of the interview just spilling his feelings while dragging on a cigarette. And he candidly chatted about his split from his co-host Lily. Have a listen.
Do you think it lasted longer because you were working together?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there was a lot of pressure towards other people, really. I think if I had loved myself a little more, I probably would have left a little earlier. But I just felt like I had to take care of a lot of people around me, which was not good for me. I probably should have exercised a bit more selfishness. But also, in very many ways, all the cliches about dating someone you work with are very true.
I don't know anything about Cole Sprouse, but it just sort of feels like Cole could be someone who consumes a lot of his own bath water. Am I right for picking up those vibes?
I think so. I think you might be. And then he just gives it a big...
What is this, the 80s? Oh, come on.
What is that? Who smokes inside anymore? Come on. Go outside into one of those little cages in the pubs like everyone else.
Yeah, exactly. Where people can sit there and go, oh, look, it's a smoker.
It's always like they're on display, isn't it?
Yeah, I remember back in the day, first started going out when you're 18.
Yeah.
And I'd come home and Mum would give me a hug and she goes,
Oh.
I know you've been smoking, okay? So let's just deal with this. I go, no, Mum, I don't smoke.
No.
But that's what the time was. You'd go out and you just get covered in cigarette
It was
smoke.
disgusting, wasn't it? Really added to the hangover, didn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
And big news on Nova yesterday, Kate, Tim and Joel has morphed into Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel. Have a listen to the announcement.
This is Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel.
It's Ricky Lee, it's Tim Blackwell, it's Joel Creasy, it's the gang.
Yo, yo.
Guilty as charged. Today I feel Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel. To the best I love.
This could be the best show ever.
There you go. A bit of Anthony Kiedis in there as well.
Oh, yeah.
Why not?
Why wouldn't
Just
you?
add a bit of spice.
And I think the sentiment yesterday, and I echo it, is I loved Kate. I love Kate Ritchie, and she's making an announcement about her future this morning. But also, if there's anyone fit to replace Kate Ritchie, it is Ricky Lee. We love her also.
Feedback has been fantastic.
Yeah, it's
We've
been
spoken to her a couple of times already, and she is
she's beautiful.
Wonderful. And then what I like as well is that sometimes she'll just bust into song.
Yeah.
And you go, oh, that's right. She's actually one of the best singers on the planet.
Yeah, she's actually got an amazing voice and she's a performer. You forget about that because she's so good on radio.
Very good stuff.
Book for Holiday U this summer.
Because Aussies act a little different on holiday, more daring, relaxed, and sometimes a bit more fancy.
And What If has all kinds of accommodation to suit your style.
Book your next getaway on the What If app. What If it's Aussie for travel?
What do your kids call you at home?
Mum,
Mum?
until I don't want them to anymore. So if I've heard...
Why would you not want to be called Mum? That's
Because
beautiful.
if you've heard it 78 times in a row, Mum, so I get to the point with mine and I'll just go, I'm not Mum anymore. And that's when they know to call me Jodie.
So they'll call you... How old are your kids again? Take us through. The 22-year-old, that's fine. She
Yeah.
can call you Jodie.
She can call me whatever she
She
wants.
can call you Mum.
And she does. And then we've got 11, 9 and 3.
Okay. And
But
they call
there's-
you Jodie.
Yeah, there's a threshold.
Jodie, nappy, change it. Okay. So right now my daughter is 2 and it's this beautiful little age where she's starting to construct sentences and all sorts of things.
No, but isn't it fascinating? They learn something like 60 new words a day when they're that age.
Is that right?
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, that's really, really nice. So for a long time, she goes to ELC and there's a young girl there called Charity. So Lottie's convinced that her name is Charity. And we're like, no, it's Lottie. And she says, no, it's Charity. And also she's going through this phase where she calls Mum, and me something else. And we got her last night.
What's Mummy's name?
Mummy!
Cara?
No, Mummy!
Oh, and what's Daddy's name?
Hayesy!
I'm not sure about the formalities of my 2-year-old daughter calling me Hayesy.
So, yeah, because there's not many people that call you Andrew. I only use the word Andrew when you annoy me. But everyone calls you Hayesy, right?
That's exactly the context of using the word Andrew. My parents included. If I've done something wrong, they'll call me Andrew, obviously.
Yeah.
But my wife, Cara, calls me Hayesy as well.
Does she?
And now my daughter. So is this acceptable?
Oh, can you play that again? That's the cutest little thing I've ever heard. Go.
What's Mummy's name?
Mummy!
Cara?
No, Mummy!
Oh, and what's Daddy's name?
Hayesy!
It's really
I love
She
it.
says it with such passion as well.
I know.
So she can call me Hayesy.
Yeah.
Do you know, though, I draw the line at horse. Okay?
Doc, are you telling me you built a time machine? Hazy's on Miss Daisy.
Yeah, welcome to Friday. Let's get it. Weekend's upon us.
Get it, Queens.
Let's get it, Queens. Go off. We'll take a little trip in the meantime as well down memory lane. Friday, it's the 10th of March. Let's start in 1971. Timbaland was born in Virginia. Today is his 52nd birthday. Proper name, Timothy Mosley.
Oh, no. I like Timberland. Hello, Timberland speaking.
Yes, Timberland here. Can I help you? I'm looking for a Timothy Mosley, actually.
Oh, he's not here.
1958, Adelaide's first parking meters began operating in Rundle and Hindley streets. And haven't the
Weren't they
parking
great? A great invention.
and haven't the guys that run that just become rock stars ever since?
God, I actually feel sorry for parking inspectors.
So do I, because it's a job.
Yeah.
And they're just doing the job.
Yeah.
And you never get a parking ticket for doing the right thing, do you?
No. And also no one ever comes up to you and goes, thank you so much for doing that.
Yes.
I really appreciate that $58 fine.
Yeah. That time that we were trying to doorstop Ryan Burton for the whole day. Yes. And he didn't turn up to Calvary Hospital to get a scan. And then I went and got my car at 3:15. And it turned out that I had a $358 fine because I was in a bus zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cried. I think I cried.
And you didn't get the Ryan Burton exclusive.
Didn't get Burton either.
It's around $58 and no Burton.
I looked towards the heavens and said, what am I doing? What's going on here? 1997, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, created by Josh Whedon and starring Sarah Michelle Gellar, premieres on WB Television Network.
You're not seeing the big picture here. I mean, that gym was full of vampire asbestos.
Sarah Michelle, back in the day.
Hot.
Oh, my God.
Oh, settle down.
I mean, is it hot in here?
Oh, my God.
Oh, boy. Doesn't she look gorgeous? In the words of Tony Gregg. Calm down, dirty bird. 2021, video gaming platform Roblox goes public on the New York Stock Exchange, valued at $45 billion.
I'll never forget the time that my sister-in-law was sitting at the pub, at the Port Elliot pub, and looked at her phone and said, oh my God, my daughter has spent $400 on Roblox right before Christmas. $400.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you get that back?
Yeah, she did. Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Well done, Roblox people.
Yeah, well done.
I mean, it was an initial shock from her, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seems like there's a lot of dodgy transactions going on via infants. Another one song on March 10 in 2015 was 4 5 Seconds by Rihanna. Paul McCartney was on that song, and I love how so many people post that were like, this guy's got a future.
Yeah. He's good, isn't he? He's not bad, this dude.
Yeah, got a pretty solid past too.
I think I've had enough.
Judge Jodie.
Oh, she's back, ready to attack the weekend.
She's back in the courtroom, where she belongs. Dear Judge Jodie, I met my girlfriend a year ago and I've just proposed. She said yes. This is a happy letter so far. My family live interstate and we're so excited that they flew us over to meet them. Everyone liked her. We had a great week, except that her and my mum really don't get along at all. Oh boy.
Oh boy, indeed. That's a tough one, isn't it?
I respect my mum and her opinions so much, it's hard not to have doubts, but at the same time I'm really disappointed that she didn't make more of an effort to get along with my girlfriend, especially when the rest of the family liked her. My girlfriend has also said she's now uncomfortable visiting and doesn't want to go back anytime soon. Should I be worried, Jodie, or do I just accept that they won't get along? Anonymous from Plimpton. Couple of red flags here.
Couple of red flags. Very interesting name, Anonymous. Dad joke for Friday. It feels like a bit of a red flag, but then, I mean, it's got to go both ways. The mum needs to be accommodating.
Yeah.
Like, there has to be an initial welcoming stage where it shouldn't, the girlfriend of someone coming into a family, in my opinion, shouldn't be on display and they shouldn't have to instantly prove themselves.
Yeah.
Because you'll find that out pretty soon.
The thing that worries me about this is the first week that they've spent together.
Or this should be the honeymoon period.
Yeah. So how is it that they've instantly gone, oh, I don't take to her and she doesn't take to me? Like, that's very worrying very early on. It's almost like one of them has made a snap judgment very quickly about how they feel.
Did you instantly get along with Greg's parents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love his family. I really do.
Was it both ways?
I don't know. Who's to say? Let's go to Abby in the newsroom. What are your thoughts on this one?
I feel like the son needs to have a chat with mum. Like, if the rest of the family liked her, then what's mum's problem? But he probably needs to have a chat with her about it. But my ex-boyfriend up in Cairns, his mother told me that I was high maintenance after I said to her that he needs some mental health help because of being in the army or the Navy.
Yeah.
She was like, well, Abby, you are quite high maintenance. And I was like, this is never going to work because now I really don't like you. So anyway, we ended up splitting up. But yeah, I feel like there needs to be a conversation of mum, what's the real reason behind why you don't like her?
Isn't that crazy, Abs, as well? Because your
Very low
direct
maintenance.
quote, and your quote on your Instagram bio was, "If you can't handle me at my worst, and you sure as hell don't deserve me at my best."
I'm just picturing, you said this week that you've got resting bitch face. I'm picturing how much of that the mother-in-law got. Probably.
That's true.
Comment.
Yeah.
Was that explained to her?
This chick thinks she's cool. She's on radio. Get her out.
Oh, no. That's awful. 13-24-10, we need some jurors here. And also we've got some exclusive invites to Nova's Red Room for next week for International DJ Topic.
All right, 13-24-10. Give us a call. Judge Jodie has returned. It's a real doozy for a Friday.
Yes, and I love my mother-in-law. I can't stress that enough. She looks after my children a lot.
Why are you winking at me? Just kidding. We'll take calls next.
Judge Jodie.
Yeah, this is a tricky one this morning. So basically, a guy has just proposed to his girlfriend. They flew interstate to meet the family, and then the mother and the girlfriend instantly decided that they didn't like each other. So now the boyfriend or the fiancé is like, well, what do I do? Is this a red flag? Do I call it quits on this relationship?
Yeah, it's tough, isn't it?
Been in a situation where I've had a partner who's... I had an argument with his mum.
Really? Was
Yeah.
it? Was it? I mean, give us some context. Was it after a couple of drinks?
No. It was a real overstep from her. It was sort of her wading into the relationship when she really shouldn't have.
Okay, and you stood up for yourself.
Yeah, and, she was lovely, but it's very difficult to come back with, like Abby in the newsroom was saying, if someone says you're high maintenance, you're not coming back from that.
Yeah, it's hard not to really storm out of there and create a bit of a scene.
But then...
And clicking your fingers.
Okay, I am a woman. I have never had an argument with someone and walked away clicking my fingers going...
Yeah, screaming this.
I am strong. I am invincible.
That has never happened. And if it ever does happen, then you feel free to slap me hard in the face.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for permission.
Okay, 13-24-10. We need some jurors on this one. Let's go to Christy from Old Ranella. Hey, Christy.
Hi guys, how are we?
Good. What needs to happen here?
The man needs to stand his ground. 100%. I love my mother-in-law. We have a very close relationship, but 2 weeks before our wedding, debates happened and things got into play and I got called a gold digger.
Oh!
And my husband, we've been together 7 years, married 2 years next Monday, and he stood my ground and he stood his ground and said, Mum, you can't do that. If you love your partner enough and you want to be with her, you'll tell your mother where the line is.
Yeah, it's such a good point because not only does it define the relationship between you and your mother-in-law, but you get a good idea of your potential future partner as well.
I mean, I'm listening to everything you're saying, Christy, but in my head I'm thinking, how quickly can Hayesy get up? I ain't saying she's a gold digger. How quickly can you do that for me? It's the best song ever.
No one wants a mummy's boy.
No, that's very true. Thank you, Christy.
Thank you.
Let's go to Morgan from Grange. That's very front. Hey, Morgan, what are your thoughts on this one?
I think Mummy's sad that she's losing her baby, so she doesn't want anyone else to have him.
It's a funny old relationship, isn't it, between a mum and a son? It's very, very tight. And they do say that there's a lot of mothers who feel a lot of jealousy when their partners find someone else, don't they?
It's different from mother and daughter. I think mother and son, they just have something different and they don't want anyone else to have him.
Yeah, see, the only way I can compare that is I know that's going to be similar to me and my daughter.
Right.
I'm going to lock her up.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Morgan.
Very good.
Let's go to Jackie from Ridgehaven. Hey, Jackie.
Hi, how are you?
Good, thank you. What's going on in this situation? What are your thoughts?
Look, I feel if he has his missus back, it will last. should he not stand up to his mother and just say, look, I'm in love with this person? You know, like, where's the compromisation here from his mother? So, you know, look, at the end of the day, as a mum myself, if your son is in love and he's happy and he's being treated right, well, that's all you can ask as a parent.
Very true.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Thank
No,
you.
that's okay. Thank you.
Everyone who's jumped on air is off to Nova's Red Room to
Yeah.
see DJ Topic next week.
Gee, some good calls coming through this morning.
Yeah.
Very wise and insightful.
I feel, and this is, do you want my ruling?
Do you
you
know
want
what?
What?
Let's just sit on it for a second.
Oh, okay. Just take a breath, Jodie.
Do you want to just take a bit of a breath?
All right.
Because it's been a big week for you.
I'm just...
The judge had Snoop Dogg on Wednesday night.
All right. I'm going to retire to my chambers.
And as we know, on Wednesday night, the air wasn't as pure and clean as it should have been.
Oh, my goodness. I was seeing stars.
All right. If you want to jump in for a quick call as well, don't forget some tickets. And when I say tickets, I mean exclusive invites to see Topic via Nova's Red Room to give away. Or send us a text, 0400 919 919. It's Jodie and Hayesy.
Judge Jodie.
Have a situation this morning where a guy's girlfriend has just met his mum and they didn't get along. He's proposed and now he's thinking, well, are these massive red flags that I should be worried about? Because obviously mums think they know what's best for their little boys, don't they?
Absolutely they do. It's a very, very unique relationship between a mother and a son.
Yes, however, on this occasion, I do think I agree with the callers in the sense that the son needs to step up. He needs to have his partner's back and go to his mum and say, can you please just at least make an effort to get to know her and to get to like her?
Right.
Please just try. And then go from there and see what happens.
Wow. Okay.
What? Why do you look so stunned and astounded?
Oh, you're just so against mothers now. I'm just kidding. Is that your final ruling?
Final ruling.
But here's where I feel it gets a little bit tricky.
Don't question my ruling.
So what
How
happens?
very dare you?
No, you are a judge. You are a judge. Oh, goodness me, and now it's completely official. So what happens if you tell mum where to go, effectively, and then the relationship doesn't work with the partner?
Well, then you can repair the relationship with your mum and just go, okay, mum, you were right on this occasion.
That can always happen. There's always a repairable option with mum, do you think?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Mums will always have their doors open to their children, no matter what happens.
Okay.
Okay? So that can be fixed. However, I just think mum needs to give this woman a chance.
Okay.
All right?
Very good. Thoughts
and
on
if
that?
you ever question me...
Sorry, mum. Thoughts on that and the ruling, still get involved. 0400 919 919 is the text line.
Mm-hmm.
Some big news inside the Nova Network.
Some very big breaking news.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want me to make the announcement?
Yes, please. You'll do it better than me, let's be honest.
Okay. Well, the big news this morning is that Kate Ritchie, our girl Kate, is joining Fitzy and Whipper on Breakfast in Sydney. So Kate's going to be back.
Very good stuff.
Awesome.
All right. Let's hear the moment that it was announced over in Sydney this morning.
I can't believe this. I've just picked up the sheet here and it doesn't say the Fitzy and Whipper show. It says Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie on Nova. Welcome to the show.
As of Monday, can we do a proper show?
Yeah, we're doing a show. So glad we
No,
made it.
it is so nice to be here and excited to be back in the studio making radio after 8 years of doing it with Tim and Marty and then Joel.
Yep.
I learnt a great deal and now I'm here to teach you everything I know.
Oh, this is awesome. Can you not bring any of the off-air skills from the drive show in here?
I won't be.
Because they've got a different lifestyle to us. We get up very early in the morning, mate. So keep those habits.
Hey, we've had a few brainstorming sessions, Kate, that we want to, I don't know, we might throw a few things at you to see if anything sticks. Maybe some segment ideas.
It's not that wrap-up of the week. No way.
There you go. Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie, which means, of course, which we learnt this morning, Ricky Lee is now officially part of the Drive Show.
Oh, I'm incredibly jealous of Kate. I've always wanted to work with Fitzy.
Jodie and Hayes's Ask Us Anything.
Oh, I love this part because the vulnerability is just off its head, isn't it? And you like putting yourself in uncomfortable situations.
I don't.
Where you can be really, really open and honest and answer extremely honestly in the situation.
Okay. Breakfast at nova919.com.au if you'd like to get involved. Producer Sean joins us now. What have you got for us this morning?
Good morning. Well, firstly, can you tell me, Hayesy called me a bumblebee this morning.
Yep.
Do I look like a bumblebee?
Yeah.
Buzz.
Yes.
Good news, audience. You're going to get the truth today.
Good stuff.
Seb from Parkholme has written in and going, morning, guys. Happy Friday. I just want to know, what is your guilty pleasure song? Now, I know it's Spice Girls, so we can just
It's not
go
Spice
past
Girls.
that.
That's yours.
It would be easy for me to just say this. I mean, that would be lazy. It's a good tune, though, isn't
What
it?
song is
It's a
that?
good tune.
I think it's Hinder. I'm not really sure. I'm going to say this. Fireflies, Our City. How good. And of course, when that's not in the mix, it's definitely got to be this. I fell into a burning ring of fire. You don't hear enough Johnny Cash on Nova, do you, Sean?
No, not at all.
No, you don't.
And I just
And for good reason.
also feel a little bit like it was like one guilty pleasure song and you've just reeled off about 10.
Really hijacked
So I hope you've got 3 songs ready
No,
to go,
you
Jodes.
got one.
Okay.
I like a
Good.
bit of flow rider action.
Who doesn't?
Oh, Jodes. You know there's a dance that goes with this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's proper dance moves that goes with this, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, just Jodie's dance.
Oh, yeah.
She goes low on the chair. Oh, there we go.
Who
That'll be on
doesn't love
social
that
soon.
song?
That chair's got a meeting with HR. All right.
Our second question is from Amber from Modbury, and she's gone, Hayesy, I can't imagine you're much of a romantic.
True.
But I'm dying to know from the both of you, what's the most romantic thing you've ever done for your partner?
Great question.
Yeah. What romantic thing are you doing to your partner tomorrow on your anniversary? What romance are you bringing to the table, please?
I'm in a bit of a pickle, to be
What are
honest.
you doing?
We've got a footy reunion tomorrow, and it's a proper big deal at Adelaide Oval, $175 a ticket.
Yeah.
So, and I completely forgot about the dates. Tomorrow's my wedding anniversary, and it's my mother-in-law's 60th birthday.
So Kara's going along with you to the footy reunion, right? At least she'll have a nice dinner. She can get dressed up. Yeah.
No, she's going to her mum's 60th.
Hayesy.
It's controversial, but yeah, I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
I've written a song before.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know.
It's an awful song. No,
But it's the thought that goes behind it.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that for Kara?
Yeah, I'm in trouble.
This is fun. I love this segment. How
I'd be
good.
so scared if I tried to write Kara's song right now. I just know how cringed out she'd be.
Oh, God, yeah.
But she'd know it'd be from the heart.
Yeah.
So she'd love it.
What's the most romantic thing I did? I travelled a very long way to surprise someone who was working interstate, and it wasn't overly well received. It was a bit like, what are you doing here?
Jeez.
Yep.
Okay.
Go good. Went well. Yep.
Solid
Move
stuff.
on.
We'll move on from that
Can
question.
you?
Move
We
on
can.
swiftly there,
And,
Mr. Bumblebee.
And
Let's go back to talking about his footy reunion.
yeah. And Kel from Bedford Park has gone, we all know, your adult entertainment name is your first street and your first pet mashed together. So, Jodie and Hayesy, what is your adult entertainer name?
Ooh. Do you want to go first?
You can go first.
Okay, well, I had to text my mum about this one because I wasn't quite sure.
And the streets
Yeah.
of Hobart.
Yeah.
There's only 4 streets there, isn't there?
So,
Good,
right.
Sean. Well done.
You finished, you two?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first street was Miller Street, and the first pet was a 3-legged cat called Misty. So Misty Miller is my. I like it.
Misty Miller, that actually works.
I
doesn't
love
it?
I would Google that, but I'm afraid I'm going to get done for HR.
That is crazy.
Misty Miller.
This is an unbelievable coincidence. You're not going to believe this. So, our first pet, it wasn't really a pet, it was a cattle dog, big, brutal Kelpie. His name was Horse, and we grew up on McHorseman Lane, so mine was Horse McHorseman.
You can't get over the horse, can you?
No, actually, it's Tadpole Rowan.
What?
Yes, our dog's name was Tadpole, Taddy, and we grew up on the farm, and the property name was Rowan.
Okay.
That's nowhere near as sexy as Misty Miller, is it?
It's
Not at all.
Well, Hayesy, our next guest is playing at the Rhino Room as part of the Adelaide Fringe 2023. Please say a very warm welcome to Nikki Britton. Good morning.
Hi, you guys. How's it going?
Yeah, going so well.
We were just having concert chat off air because we, of course, had Ed Sheeran here, 60,000 people at the Adelaide Oval. It was incredible.
Oh, it was electric.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Everyone was out for something. It was great.
But can I say, the first 3 songs, I was like, ooh, I'm done for from 3 here. Like, I don't know any of those songs. And you were saying you went to the Chili Peppers.
I did. I went to the Chili Peppers in Sydney at the, I don't know if news got over here to Adelaide, but it was a bit of a furore because of a 2-hour concert. And I've got to say, they were amazing. They brought a show. They were in their 60s and they still look very good. But of 2 hours, I knew 5 songs.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Under the Bridge downtown.
No Under the Bridge.
Really?
What? No Under the Bridge. No Scar Tissue.
What?
You're kidding.
Like the hits that they left off were, it was extraordinary.
Grow up, Anthony.
Grow up, Anthony.
Grow up, John and Flea.
Oh, I know.
For goodness sake.
How's your show going?
Show is so fun. I'm doing a split bill with beautiful Claire Hooper.
Yep.
At the Rhino Room. We're doing half an hour each, and it is... Oh, man, I just love Adelaide audiences. I know everyone comes here and they're like, oh, we love you, buy tickets to our show. I feel no compulsion or obligation. I just genuinely think you guys are so up for a good time.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of audiences who are, not that I say anything that's politically incorrect or, you know, offensive to anyone in particular. I mean, it gets a bit filthy. But Adelaide is just up for it all. It's such a treat to perform here every time.
I love that you get filthy because I always say to Hayesy over here, you would have, we would shock your pants off, my girlfriends and I, with what we talk about.
I mean,
you have no idea.
You can't say that without shocking his pants off with consent everywhere else. That's my point.
How dare you shock my pants off without my permission?
Oh, come on. You love taking your pants off.
Oh, goodness me. I did see as well, just going through your little bio, it says nominated for Most Outstanding Show at the Melbourne Comedy Festival in 2021.
Yes.
So that's a big, big deal.
It is a big, big, big deal. And I'm so grateful for it, and it's lovely. It was the year that we couldn't have any international acts coming in and doing shows. So am I going to say that the competition wasn't as high that year? No, I'm not. I'm going to lean into my success.
That's a nothing detail for me.
I think I'm the best comedian in the country. In the world.
Yes.
No, we'll completely take that because even if, say, I don't know, you're competing against athletes and the top athletes are Russian, but the Russians aren't allowed to compete at the moment.
No, they're all banned.
They still award a gold medal.
Yeah, they do.
Well, that's very true, isn't it? That's very true.
And also, I would say, Nikki, you turned up. You showed up.
I did. I showed up.
You were there.
I showed up, and I brought the lols.
Yeah, exactly right.
And that's what we're doing here as well. I do have a solo show as well on Sunday. If people want to come to that, it's at the Howling Owl Cafe.
Where's the Howling Owl?
Yeah,
for goodness
such a good question.
Asking someone from the eastern states of Sydney.
I reckon I'll tell you about half an hour before that show happens when I've Googled it.
Can you text me?
Yeah, I'll text you.
Great, thanks.
Did you think that you would come on a radio show in Adelaide and the people who live and have always lived in Adelaide would ask you questions of where to get to places in Adelaide, even though you're from Sydney? Who saw that coming?
Oh, me.
It's also this is such a great city for a festival. Everything's so close. I mean, literally, Rhino Room is across the road from where and also I'm not ashamed to say I'm staying at the Mantra, which is on the other side of this building.
Oh my God.
This is a good spot. This is a really nice little zone for you.
I mean, honestly, I could do 5 of these interviews and 12 shows and still not reach my step count for the day. And that's the kind of geography I enjoy, guys.
But also, your manager just booking your top shelf at the Mantra. Nikki, thank you so much for coming in.
My pleasure, you guys.
Get back to the Mantra.
Oh, yeah. I could keep my eyes closed and still make my way there, I'm sure.
Right up until Sunday nights at the Rhino Room. That's where we're going to catch you.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yep. Looking forward to it. Make sure you go down. Get some tickets. Nikki Britton, absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys.
It's been a big week. Had fun.
Very big week. Next week as well, we're going to speak to Lord.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, we're going to get the latest from the Oscars as well.
Yeah, I can't believe it. Well, I mean, it's exciting because it's finally coming here, but Thursday night will be Nova's Red Room featuring Topic. So score your last invites all next week.
You know when you're bracing yourself because you know it's going to be a massive night?
Yeah, so you're always like, you're like, you get to the age where you start to think about the hangover already. Yeah. Are you thinking about that?
Oh, dear.
Yeah, it's going to be epic.
More chances to get in the draw for First Class and 50K all next week as well. Andrew Hayes, you've been a pleasure.
As have you been, Jodes. Welcome back, producer Sean. You look like a bumblebee, but you're not sick. That's fantastic. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. Happy long weekend.
Yeah, enjoy.
Goodbye.
Jodie and Hayesy on Adelaide's Nova 919. In the morning.